Good evening, folks, and welcome to Robert Smalls Memorial Stadium here for an Eastern Division matchup in the SFL Season 24, Week 3 here between the Atlanta Swarm and the Charleston Predators. I am Brandon Walters, joined alongside me in the booth here, Rochelle Colston. Ray, this one's an interesting one. The all-time series split here, 3-3. Either team has 3 wins, and they trade wins in the series here. Charleston picked up the win last season in Week 13. Do you think that there's any indication as to whether Atlanta can keep that little streak going?
No, but both of these teams coming in here are 0-2 tonight. Actually, there are 3 teams in the East Division that are 0-2. So maybe somebody will get their first win tonight out of those 3 teams. But this should be a good win because both offenses are pretty similar. They're both pass heavy. Their quarterback stats are pretty comparable. So it should be an interesting game.
Bit of a flipped script from last season. We saw the Eastern Division be kind of the winner-take-all juggernaut division in the SFL last season. You know, 4 teams made the playoffs. This season, to start out, 3 0-2 teams, but the O has got to go here in Charleston. We're just about to get this one underway, and the ball is in the air. Charleston will receive the kickoff here in the first half as that one sails out of the back of the end zone, and that will bring on Eman Kopech and this Charleston offense. You know, they've had an interesting start to the season, Rochelle. Kopech's been throwing the ball a lot, which I don't think a lot of people really expected from such a young quarterback.
And their O-line's got to do a better job protecting. He's got 9 sacks already on the season.
Certainly can't take that many sacks. First down and 10 here. He'll send a man in motion. That's Spelling to the left side. 2 tight ends in the set, 1 back. They'll pitch left side there. That's a lot of room on the left side for Nick Hoagland, and he buries his head to pick up 4. We'll walk you through that Predators offense. Quarterback Eman Kopech, halfbacks Ian Francis and Nick Hoagland, fullback Brad Taylor-Wright, wide receivers Doug Spelling, Nick Twice, Michael Knight, and Doug Britton. Tight ends Leon Sandcastle and Xavier Solomon. And we'll get to the line after this play. Up the middle there in the split set, second down, and they'll pick up another 4 yards. That one is Ian Francis, the second running back in the tandem here. On the line for Charleston, Perrin Ibarra, Leroy James, Finley James, and Mahalanir Hopper make up that 4-man offensive line. 3rd and 2. Coming out in the split set again here, looking to run up the middle, and they will. Taylor-Wright trying to bury his way forward, but was stuffed by one of the Swarm defenders, number 42. That's Jay Miraculous, the corner, with a nice tackle.
Yeah, Jay Miraculous just made a beeline for the ball carrier, just made a great open field tackle.
And that's a quick 3 and out here for Charleston. And they'll have to punt the ball back very quickly indeed. Cameron Duty sending that one back down the field. Fair catch called for and caught at Atlanta's 43-yard line by number 17, Siege Falco, and that'll bring out a offense with no shortage of talent here. The Atlanta Swarm, quarterbacked by Bryant Dynasty. They've got 2 Hall of Famers on this offensive side of the ball here, Ray. BDG Hollywood at halfback and Boo Chisholm, the wide receiver.
Yep, both have been in the league forever. Both very, very seasoned veterans players.
Dynasty split backs here, 1st and 10. Some good starting field position for this Atlanta offense as they hand off. And that one was stuffed after only a gain of 1, trying to break some tackles there. Mike Ryan gets the tackle there. We'll walk you through the Atlanta offense. Quarterback Bryant Dynasty, halfbacks Hubba Kimbrell and BDG Hollywood. Fullback Hattori Hanzo over from Carolina. Wide receivers Fox Highwind, Siege Falco, Boo Chisholm, and Ryan Roosevelt from Indianapolis. And tight end Wynot Arrowlet as Dynasty rolls out of the pocket. Ooh, faced a bit of pressure there. Charleston almost had a sack, and that one is incomplete down the field. We'll walk you through the offensive line real quick to round out that offense. Sam Falco and Carter Hollywood are the tackles. Guards Bobby Falco and Roy McCroy. And the center Astro Smith. 3rd and 9 now for Atlanta. And Dynasty will have to go to the air again here. 3 receivers to his left. Looking left. Wide open. He's got a man. And that is Boo Chisholm, the Hall of Famer, with a nice first down reception there, Ray.
I'm pretty impressed by Dynasty. He felt the pressure. He probably threw the ball a little bit before he actually wanted to, but his receiver ran a great route and got open for him and set separation from the defender.
Yeah, Charleston's defense defending a little bit shallow there. It looked like they were not expecting to see Dynasty go over the top there, and it ended up with 2 wide receivers and only 1 safety to cover the both of them. And really, if you're Dynasty, you can't lose in that situation, as he'll motion Fox Highwind to the right side here. 1st and 10 in Charleston's half of the field now. And he will throw, looking to the right side. That one's tipped away by a linebacker. That's Jamal Ballard, the rookie, with a nice deflection there.
He's lucky that was kind of an errant throw, kind of dangerous in heavy traffic.
Certainly not the kind of throw that you want to start your night off with. Dynasty might be counting himself a little bit lucky to have avoided an early interception there, as he will come back out in the weak eye form here for 2nd and 10. Charleston only sending 4. Quick pressure off the edge, though. They'll dump it off to Hollywood, but that one is going nowhere. A nice job by the Charleston defense to rally there and make the tackle. And Brandon Ewing, the corner, is the one who secures that one. 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yep, 3rd and 11. You'll see Dynasty pass here one more time. Charleston keeps bringing pressure, though.
Only 3 men down on the line here, though, for Charleston. Looking like they're going to cushion. They bring 4, but the pressure gets in early there. That one's caught on the right side, and man, Fox, I think that's Fox Highwind, number 15. It is. Nice catch there on the sideline. Again, Charleston tried to bring a little bit of pressure and was in the backfield quick there, but really the secondary coverage breaking down early there.
Yes, that person went for the interception and missed, and left the receiver pretty much open after that.
I'm not sure who it was exactly, but it might have potentially been Brandon Ewing again there. And with that one, that time less of a positive impact on that play. 1st and 10 now from the 11-yard line for Atlanta, threatening to score on their opening drive. Right up the middle, Hollywood's got all kinds of room and picks up an easy 6 before he is brought down by number 46 for Charleston's defense. That would be the free safety, Sam Blotner.
And if I was Atlanta, I'd give it to him one more time.
2nd and 4, they're loading up in a heavy set here, but Charleston 6 linemen down in the 2-point stance to try and contest this here.
Yeah, everybody in that box.
They will go up the middle. Oh man, the red and black C parts there, and that's a touchdown for Atlanta on their opening drive. Number 26, that's Hubba Kimbrell getting a touchdown.
Yeah, great job by Atlanta's O-line, giving a huge hole. Went straight up the middle, not even touched. Great blocking about number 62.
That is Hubba Kimbrell's 20th all-time touchdown in his career, so congratulations, Hubba. And his 2nd, I believe, of the season so far. A nice touchdown will put Atlanta out front early here, away from home. Actually, Kimbrell's 1st touchdown of this season. Congrats to him as Atlanta tacks on the extra point. An 8-play, 57-yard drive that eats up only 2.5 minutes of clock here. Rochelle, that was pretty quick there from Atlanta.
Yeah, they had pretty good starting field position, which kind of helped that possession.
I mean, certainly, but still, to get down the field that quickly, I think is pretty indicative of that offense, and especially considering, those 2 big passes there on the boundary. That's an area that Charleston might want to look at on that defensive side of things.
Well, I mean, the incompletion stopped the clock. So you only have 3 running plays at the 2 incompletions, and passing game doesn't really eat the clock very much.
Well, Ahmed Kopech will return to the field here to lead this offense. They had a quick 3 and out on their first drive here, but they will take over once again from their own 20-yard line. Kopech in the eye spread form here. They'll go with the draw, and Ian Francis has a good bit of room and manages to pick up 4 against a little bit of a weaker Atlanta front. Speaking of the Atlanta front, we'll walk you through that defense on the line. Defensive ends Wolf Highwind and Baron Wendt, alongside defensive tackle Alex Dominguez. Linebackers Jeff Spicoli and Aquinas Shine. Corners Anthony Wyo, Zach Lay, Jay Miraculous. Whoa, man, that one goes nowhere. 3rd and 5 here as we'll round off that defense. Moose Papineau and Grant Hardaway are your free safeties, and strong safety is Chris Henry. And Atlanta again forcing Charleston here into an early 3rd down.
Yeah, they definitely have a pretty young defensive front. I mean, besides Alex Dominguez, who's been there forever.
Big blitz here sent by Atlanta. The pressure doesn't manage to get home in time, but Kopech was rattled and unable to find his receiver there. Michael Knight there. Looked like he ran a little curl route and just stopped, and Kopech was not able to get it there. Another quick 3 and out in your 2nd in a row for this Charleston offense.
going first down. I mean, they're getting, averaging about 4 yards on the first few drives. Picked up 4 yards on first down running, but they kind of like fizzles out after that.
Another short punt there from Duty. That one's on Charleston's side of the field here at the 49-yard line, just barely. And Atlanta benefiting from some very beneficial field position early on in this one.
Yep, they're winning that battle for sure.
Punting battle not going the home team's way here. Speaking of the home team, we'll finish off the defense for Charleston here. On the line, defensive ends Forrest Dalton and Dan Dash alongside defensive tackles Frank Doom, Anthony Ellison, and John Nevels as Dynasty rolls into the back pocket, takes a sack there. And speaking of the defensive line, big pressure there from number 51, the rookie Frank Doom.
He just broke through that line that time. I mean, Dynasty held the ball just a little bit too long.
Nice little spin move there from the rookie, and Dynasty really had nowhere to go. Good job there from Frank Doom. As we continue our look at that defense, linebacking core, Jamal Ballard, Khalil Thomas, and Ben Bowman are your linebackers. Corners, Jacob Clear, Miranda Dumas, Brandon Ewing, and Leo Morris. Safeties, Matt Ryan, Sam Blotner, and John Stamango round out that unit. Dynasty, no back here. 2nd and 15, he'll go with 5 wide, rolling back. Pressure off the right side there. That one's broken up. That would have been a first down if it was caught there, Ray, but Ryan Roosevelt could not hang on to that one. Big hit from John Stamango.
Yeah, if you're a receiver, you have to help your quarterback. You have to hang on to those. It was a perfect throw.
Certainly a bit of a tough hit there. I mean, when you're thrown over the middle of the field, I think you got to expect that from the safeties, but still, doesn't make it any easier to actually end up hanging on to the pass here. 3rd and 15 now for Dynasty in the Atlanta offense. We'll see if they can convert here. The pressure getting in again, but this time it's found Boo Chisholm on the left side again. Charleston keeps sending that pressure on the 3rd down, and so far, Ray, Atlanta's really making them pay on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Charleston's bringing pressure every single play. If Boo Chisholm found himself open, you can't leave him in the middle of the field that open.
Poor Sam Blotner keeps getting left 2-on-1 there, and as a safety, I mean, no matter what choice you make, it's almost certainly going to end up wrong if you've got a good quarterback against you like Brian Dynasty is. So far, really not getting much help from his secondary on that left side there as Dynasty will hand off. Man, all kinds of room there for Kimbrell. An easy 9 yards for the Atlanta running back.
It looks like a linebacker running at you as a halfback. That's a big guy.
It's a big guy. I'm surprised, honestly, he looks more like a fullback than he does a running back. Either way, definitely not someone you want to run into. Certainly not, as BDG Hollywood will get the carry there. And, they're not going to give him the first down.
May see a challenge here. I thought he had it.
Yeah, potentially a little bit of home cooking here for Charleston. No challenge flag going to come out from Atlanta, though. I guess they're confident that they'll be able to get it here. 3rd and inches for this offense. They're lining up in the weak eye. Pitch out to the left side, and Hollywood's got it pretty easily there when it's all said and done. Picks up about a yard or two, and we'll set up a new set of downs for the Swarm.
And once again, Atlanta's moving down the ball down the field very, very quickly.
And has been efficient so far on their drives, especially when they've been moving through the air in this one. 1st and 10, 3 minutes left in the first quarter here, as Atlanta looks to potentially add on to this lead. Dynasty facing some pressure again. This time the line gives him more time, but a good hit down the field breaks up that one. Fox Highwind unable to reel in his 2nd catch of the evening.
And that time, number 23, Miranda Dumas, made a huge hit.
Dumas, another rookie here on this defense alongside Frank Doom. I believe there might be potentially one other rookie here. There is. That would be Jamal Ballard, the linebacker. 3 rookies on this Charleston defense, all contributing so far. Dynasty looking to the left side. That one's tipped off the hands of the corner in coverage there, the safety, I should say. That's Sam Blotner there. And, man, he might be kicking himself a little bit, Ray.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, errant throw by Dynasty. There was like 4 defenders in front of that receiver. He just underthrew the ball a little bit.
It looked like he was trying to exploit that left side coverage weakness we've seen a few times here, but that time Charleston not going to be taken advantage of here. 3rd down now for Dynasty. He'll look to the right side this time, and again, the coverage just seemingly breaking down, and Fox Highwind has another big catch. 1st and goal now for the Swarm.
I thought that play was pretty well defended. It was a great catch by Highwind.
A good catch by Highwind, but I mean, again, you see the receivers are just streaking past these corners. I feel like they're expecting the plays to be more towards the sticks, and instead Dynasty keeps going over their heads almost.
And they're playing the ball. They seem like they're playing the receiver and not the ball.
Well, either way,
catches the ball.
Either way, not really working for this defense. Hollywood this time has a good push.
Wow.
And again, they're going to mark him short this time of getting a touchdown. Second and goal from, it's got to be the one pinky toe line.
If it's, oh my gosh.
The edge of the ball is in the middle of that touchdown strike there, Ray. I think either way, it's going to be a monumental task.
Right here.
You could do that. I think you could see any kind of run here. And they will go right up the middle, leaping through the air. Hubba Kimbrell, his second touchdown of the game, and Atlanta's second touchdown of the game. 14-0 it's going to be here for the away team. And Charleston so far looking a bit lost on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the dive was necessary, but it was pretty.
I mean, you got to admire that amount of man mountain flying through the air there, right? It's majestic.
I would not want to be in the way of that.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't either. It looks like a meteorite coming down at you. But either way, it's points for Atlanta, which is the important thing here. And they're going to add on an extra point. And again, it seems like this offense has been moving very efficiently. An 11-play, 50-yard drive that only takes up 3 minutes here. We're still in the first quarter, and already this home team is facing a 2-score deficit.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Atlanta's had the ball close to 6 minutes in this quarter.
Certainly a tough way to start here for Charleston. You're going to have to find something that'll work for you on the offensive side of things. Breaking some tackles there. That's Doug Britton pushing up 33-yard lines. We've got a game update ready for you from SFL headquarters. Cameron, take it away.
Thank you, Brandon. This is unbelievable. Watch this. Queen City, 3 plays into the game, intercepted by Michaela Foraker, who takes it all the way to the end zone. Her second pick 6 in 4 days. Bossier City leads Queen City 7-0. Back to you.
Wow.
Man, thank you, Cam. I mean, whew, talk about a hot streak. Michaela Foraker's got to be the hottest cornerback in the league right now in terms of form. That is an insane stat line there from the other game as Queen City takes on Bossier City over there. First down pitch here for Charleston goes nowhere. Shut down in the backfield. Anthony Wyo will claim the tackle credit there on Nick Hoagland, and that'll be a loss of 2 yards.
Anthony Wyo coming in from his cornerback position that can tackle in the open field. He's also a veteran. He's a very good cornerback.
Certainly one of the most experienced corners in the league as they'll go with the draw here on second down, and that one picks up a nice chunk of yards. Wyo again with a tackle there, but not after a gain of about 6 or 7. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net and click the Join the Community button to begin your career or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved as Charleston sends Doug Britton in motion here. 3rd and 7. Kopech will have to throw if he wants the first down. Atlanta showing some pressure. Not sending it, though. They only send 4. Kopech down the middle of the field. Wide open there. And a nice one-handed catch from number 11. That is Doug Spelling.
Beautiful catch by Spelling. Nice throw. Caught him en route.
A very nice catch indeed. In fact, Ray, I think I'll do you one better. I think I'll give that one the nice hands catch of the game, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. A nice little acrobatic one, and really, could be a jump start for this offense.
They definitely need that.
A lot of pressure there for Atlanta, but Kopech standing strong, unable to find his receiver, though. Looked like a little bit of bump coverage there against Doug Britton, unable to connect there with his quarterback.
And just a little bit overthrown.
Kopech still trying to dial it in so far, it seems. Maybe the pressure somewhat getting to him on that one. As the Predators set up shop here at midfield, 2nd and 10. They'll send more pressure, and again, Kopech stands strong. This time he's got his receiver down the right side there. That's number 88, Xavier Solomon, the tight end, with a nice catch in traffic.
Yeah, he's one of, Kopech's favorite receivers. Him and Doug Britton. Britton with 14 receptions and Xavier Solomon now with 13 on the year.
Interesting to see Anthony Wyo there in coverage on that one as we reach the end of one here. Atlanta holding a big lead, 14-0 over Charleston, but the home team making a drive here. We'll be right back with... Welcome back to South Carolina. Brandon Walters alongside Rochelle Colston in the booth with you. In our stats truck tonight, Ron Haynes and Greg Soto doing great work as always, and producing from SFL headquarters, Commissioner Cameron Irvine doing fantastic work as always. Thank you to everyone contributing to the broadcast tonight as Charleston will hand the ball off there, trying to weave his way through. Ian Francis was, but unable to get any yardage there, and is probably a little lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so far Charleston is having problems establishing their run game.
You could say that again. Francis, the leading rusher so far in this one. 13 yards on 5 attempts now. Been tough sledding for this Charleston rushing attack. That one's intercepted! Kopech had a man there, but it was covered up well on the defensive side. That's number 44, Chris Henry, the strong safety with a big leaping pick.
I'm not sure if Kopech didn't see him. I mean, he just sat there in the middle of the field.
Woof. I mean, he's got
I'm not even sure who Kopech
right?
was throwing to.
I think he was looking for potentially, I think that was Britton in the back there running an in, but it looked like Henry was just lurking under that route the whole time and had the hops to get up to it, which, I mean, that's an impressive jump there from the swarm strong safety. And it'll give this team the ball back here at the 45-yard line. Again, Atlanta benefiting from some great starting field position here. They'll hand the ball off. Hollywood has got room on that right side and gets 6 out of that one. Whew, man, Atlanta so far really feels like they've had the measure of this Charleston Predators team, Ray.
And so far, their run game's working along with their passing game, so.
I say both sides of the ball being equally effective. Dynasty has been very efficient through the air. 5 of 10 for 81 yards passing as they'll pitch out to the right side. Kimbrell, the man of the moment so far in this one, but not on that play. He doesn't get anything. And a nice tackle there from number 54. That's Jamal Ballard, the rookie, making a good stop there.
Now you're 3rd and 4. Your playbook's pretty much wide open here for Dynasty.
I say we've seen an efficient running attack here, so running the ball is definitely not off the table. But considering the way Dynasty's been throwing so far in this one, I think you would probably expect to see them go to the air as they'll send Why Not Arrowlet in motion across the line. And he will go to the air. 4-man pressure for Charleston. Dynasty has time. Looking right, finding his target. That's Arrowlet on the right side there. A nice catch for the tight end. His first involvement in this one.
Yeah, great play by Atlanta. Being patient. Wait for the receiver to become open. And nice little throw. Ooh, once again, they got in front of the defenders.
I say a nice little throw indeed, and again, it feels like the routes are going deeper than the first line of defense is expecting there, and they're managing to find a nice open gap between the corners and the safeties, as it were, in these zone coverages that we've seen so far. 1st and 10 again here for Atlanta. Hollywood with a juke, Hollywood with a shimmy and a shuffle, and picks up 5. That one brought down at the last possible second there by Sam Blotner. That could have been a really dangerous play there for Hollywood if he managed to break free of that one.
And it's like he let Steph one work because he did not. It wasn't a great tackle. He just knocked him down.
Sometimes that's all you need. And I think at this point, really, this defense needs to establish a little bit of that physicality, right? As they'll pitch right side again there. Kimbrell trying to fight. Ooh, he trucked a man, but was brought down again. Ballard, seemingly his nemesis on this drive so far. But, whew, I mean, how about Kimbrell? I mean, we mentioned it. He looks like a meteorite coming down when he dives into the end zone. I would hate to be on the end of his truck stick.
Now 3rd and 6, we're going to the air once again, I have a feeling.
High form here, but Dynasty will throw. Pressure being brought on the right side. That's a sack for Charleston. Their 2nd of the game. Dan Dash gets that one. 4th and 11 now for Atlanta. They will not be able to replicate their touchdown form so far in this one. And man, he took the long way around to get to that one.
Yeah, but he came in untouched too. He just danced around the defender and just went straight for the quarterback.
So say a little bit of a game of charades there almost, it felt like, from the right tackle. Really not willing at all to put hands on his man as a long 49-yard field goal attempt here for Sammy Steele, and they'll just sneak it in. Woo-hoo! Right at the edge of his range, it felt like there, but a nice kick. 17-0 now for Atlanta with 6:40 left to go in the 2nd quarter here. And man, this one has been all Atlanta so far.
And if you're Charleston, you have to put a drive together here. You have to get on the scoreboard.
Certainly going to have to do a little bit better here as Snow is headed to Baltimore this weekend, but you should be headed there for the 2025 SFL convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season from July 10th to the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. You can reserve your room now at a special group rate at simfl.net. Certainly a lot of snow coming down in Baltimore over the next few days. It feels like a lot of snow coming down everywhere, Ray, if I'm honest.
Hopefully not here.
Hopefully not wherever any of our viewers are. Let's put it that way. First down and 10 now. Kopak in this offense has got to find something that'll work for him. That'll work. Solomon with a leaping catch for 9.
To me, that's a little bit of a dangerous throw, but lucky it worked out for them.
You get the sense that he actually placed that one intentionally, potentially a little bit higher up, so that way Solomon was able to really use that height and jump up for it. Either way, a completed pass, which is certainly good. Oh man, that one shut down. That was tough. Brad Taylor Wright, I thought, had a free first down there, but a big tackle from the Hall of Famer, Aquana Shine.
In this run game, still not working.
Run game has been struggling for Charleston here throughout this one. It looks like they're going to try and go back to it here on the 3rd down and 1 and go back to the well for a second time. They'll go right up the middle, and again, Shine shuts it down. This time it was Hoagland who tried it. And again, the Hall of Famer, 2 consecutive plays, says no thank you, no yards for you.
Yeah, Shine's just staying home and put themselves in the holes, and there's no place to go.
Well, 4th and 1 here, and again, Cameron Duty will be asked to punt from relatively deep in his own end of the field here, and you'd have to hope he can get a bit more yardage than he's gotten on the last couple. Looks like the wind is more in his favor this time as that one gets all the way down to the 30-yard line, and Siege Falco will bring it up to the 36 as we get a look at the team stats window here, and it makes for pretty grim reading if you're Charleston, Ray. Only 56 total yards of offense so far in the first half.
You need to remember, Atlanta's been getting the ball about midfield, so they don't have very much of the field to go. But the yardage could be a lot worse.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, either way, at the end of the day, the points are what matter, and the points are certainly in the favor of the Swarm here as Dynasty will go to the air, wide open boot down the field with a nice first down catch. We'll start this drive off with a bang.
And that time, the offensive line picked up their blocks. They brought pressure. But look at number, I can't see his number.
That entire offensive line is doing great work, Ray. I mean, really,
Yeah,
we've seen a couple of sacks here from Charleston that have kind of developed, but they feel like more coverage sacks where it just takes a lot of time for Dynasty to be able to find someone, and he's not able to in time. But whenever Dynasty's given a sufficient amount of time, it feels like he's been able to really dot up this defense as Hollywood gets the pitch on the left side there, trying to break free, and will pick up 4 there, falling forward very well indeed. And BDG's been having a very efficient game so far in this one, Ray. 8 attempts for 30 yards on the ground, nearing 4 yards a carry.
Like I said, that's the difference in the game. Atlanta's established their run game, and Charleston still can't do it.
And I mean, we've seen this Charleston defense struggle against the run before as Kimbrell will go to the right side there, brought down after a gain of about 2. Good job rallying to the ball there. But we saw them, struggle against the fullback heavy runs of Indianapolis back in week 1. So I think this is potentially something that Atlanta might have identified as a potential weakness in this defense, and they're looking to exploit it. And I mean, you can't really blame them considering they've got a Hall of Famer in the backfield. 3rd and 4 now. Dynasty rolling to the left there. Pressure was there, but unable to get home in time. Fantastic catch from Ryan Roosevelt. That'll be his first one of the game, but it's a doozy.
And give Dynasty credit for, staying composed in the pocket, patient, even though the pressure was right on him, and throwing a decent pass.
Dynasty really been effective here. 8 of 13 for 125 in this one. 60% completion percentage through the first half here. And he is on fire. Arrowlet with that one. And again, it feels like, Ray, it's really about the boundaries and these vertical routes that are just finding the gaps between these zones.
I mean, Arrowlet just ran his route and turned around, and the defender was behind him. Huge target out in the middle of the field. You can't leave him that wide open.
A big guy. I mean, it's hard to imagine that you could leave him uncovered in that fashion. I mean, a 6'4", 250 tight end is not a small guy. Not easily missed either, as Kimbrell right up the middle there bends it inside and manages to pick up a nice 4-yard rush there. And you know, it feels like the defense really has been trying to adjust. You see them trying to rally to the ball quickly here, but they're just not able to get there before Atlanta can pick up these chunk gains.
And Atlanta's mixing it up. You can't predict what they're going to do. They're passing the ball, they're running the ball, keeping the defense very, very honest.
Excellent offensive game plan so far from the Swarm coaching staff here. 3rd and 2 now as Hollywood is stuffed after a gain of a couple, and it will set up a short yardage situation here again. And we've seen on occasion Charleston's been able to stiffen up on these short yardage situations and get the stop here. And really at this point I'd say it's critical that they manage to hold this Atlanta team to another field goal.
This would be an easy field goal.
It probably would be. I would hope so for Sammy Steele at least. Fox Highwind in motion to the left side. They'll run the ball up the middle. Kimbrell was trying to find it, couldn't get it. Big tackle there from number 46. That's Sam Blotner, the free safety. We've seen him involved in run coverage a couple times in this one.
He's been pretty involved all season. Coming into the game, he had 15 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a pass deflection. So we'll call his name quite often here tonight.
2-minute warning here from Charleston as Sammy Steele will get set up here to kick a field goal for the Swarm offense. And it would be a 20-0 lead here away from home if this one goes through the uprights. Kick is up and bending back in easily. Nice kick by Steele for a 9-play, 51-yard drive capper that goes for 3 minutes on the clock here. And man, at this point, Ray, you know, if you're Charleston, you've got 2 minutes and you've got 3 timeouts. It feels like you've got to try and get down the field and get some points on the board before you head into the halftime lockers, because otherwise, I mean, you know, the morale has got to be so low.
And you're hoping your fans stick around through halftime, because I mean, at this point, we could be empty in the stadium.
Man, I mean, when we're talking about potentially beating the traffic before halftime, that's got to be a rough situation for the Predators so far, as Nick Twice will bring that one out to about the 35-yard line. A nice return there from the Predators return man. And Iman Kopak and this offense will come back out of here again on the 34. 1:52 left in the half, 3 timeouts to work with, but down by 3 scores at this point. They need some kind of response here to show some sign of life on this offensive side of things here before we call curtains on the first half. Kopak will pass. Pressure brought by Atlanta on the backside. He feels it just in time, but couldn't find Solomon on the right side there.
Yeah, Atlanta's making Kopak throw the ball right before he's ready to, making him very uncomfortable in the pocket.
It's been working so far. I mean, we've seen occasionally when Kopak has a little bit more time, he's able to really look downfield and find open receivers, but it just feels like Atlanta really has been doing a great job of keeping him off his balance a little. As that pitch is shut down. Fantastic job there by Wolf Highwind, the defensive end there. He was all over that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that play. It's 2nd and 10. Your run game hasn't been working, and you do that.
It's a tough break for this Charleston offense. I think they were expecting potentially to catch this defense off guard, but really did the opposite there as Kopak rolls out of the pocket, trying to avoid some pressure. Can only pick up 1 yard with the scramble there before being taken down by Moose Papineau. And that'll be another 3 and out here for Charleston. This offense seemingly stuck in neutral here in the first half.
And you're giving the ball back with a minute left, and they have all 3 of their timeouts left.
Well, Cameron Duty will try and get it as far away from scoring range as possible here. That punt ending up at about the 30-yard line, return by Falco to the 34, and that's where Dynasty and the offense will get their probably final chance of the half.
It wasn't a very bad punt.
It feels like the wind is definitely a factor here, Ray. We saw that first quarter. Duty was not getting much range on those punts, and now in the second, the field is flipped, and it feels like a lot more distance has been added to some of those kicks. And I mean, we saw Atlanta in the first quarter also kicking it into the end zone, so Definitely weather conditions probably playing a little bit of a part here as Arrowlet will go in motion out there. Setting up the pitch on the right side. Hollywood was trying to break the tackle of Ballard and did, but not in time to escape the rest of that defense. 3-yard loss there for Atlanta.
Yeah, Frank Team in the chat says stuck in neutral, more like park.
Oh, parked, engine off. I mean, whew. At this point, you might want to check and see if there actually is an engine under the hood in the there's that one's tipped away. That was a lot of chaos and confusion there on the right side, and it is number 28, John Semango, who will claim the credit on the pass breakup on that one.
He probably hopes he can take that one back and actually catch it. He'd have been in pick 6 going the other way.
Or at least face the right way, I think, would be a start, to be honest with you, Ray. As 3rd and 13 Dynasty in the empty set here. 5 wide receivers out there. Chisholm will go in motion from right to left. Setting up a 3-by-2. Dynasty wanting a good chunk of yardage here, trying to get under the pressure again. Going down for the sack. I think that was Dan Dash again for his 2nd sack of the game, Ray.
Yeah, and like once again, Charleston brought the pressure, took the chance, and it paid off for him.
I say it feels like when they're able to get just a little bit more time from the coverage unit, they're really able to get in there and make Dynasty's life tough. But for the most part, Dynasty has been very good at managing to find his guys just in time here. As the punt is away from Ken Miller and fair caught at the 42-yard line by Britton. 18 seconds left. You got 2 timeouts, and you called a timeout on the 4th down here. So surely you're looking for some kind of little, spark here before the halftime. You still got a good chunk of time to try and get down the field, at least get Cameron Duty in field goal range. Back in the I formation here. He will go to the air on the 1st down. Looking to that left side, was trying to find Spelling, but that one's broken up easily by this Atlanta secondary, a secondary that really has been taking no prisoners so far in this one.
Yeah. If you're Charleston, I'd throw the ball a couple more times. Take very little time off the clock that way.
They come out in a very heavy formation here. 2 tight ends on the line and the wide receiver tucked in close on that right side. Looks like they're going to try and run it here, and they will. Oh, the fake end around there. Spelling had it and tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that one was stopped there by number 44. Nice tackle from Chris Henry. Again, we've seen him a few times. And that will be the final play of the half here. Atlanta has had all of the rubbing here. 20-0 lead after the first half in this one. Ray, it's been tough for this home team to have really any kind of momentum.
And definitely, and like if you're Charleston, your defense has been on the field about 80% of the first half, so you have to do something in the second half, regroup, do something, find some offense that actually works. Maybe abandon the run game and start passing the ball through the air.
Dynasty has been efficient through the air, and the rushing game for Atlanta has been good when they've needed it to be. Kimbrell with 2 touchdowns so far in the first half. Meanwhile, Kopech 3 of 8 for only 39 yards. Their leading rusher, Francis, has 12 in this one. 3 sacks for the defense, but not much else to write home about if you're Charleston so far. You got to try and find some kind of offensive rhythm to be able to really turn things around and get these guys moving again here. But after this message here, Helba Kimbrell being shown there as the halftime player. Let's take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
Just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Welcome back to Charleston for the second half here. Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT. Featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more, Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, BrakesGPT.com, as Falcos break in some tackles there on the kickoff, brings it up to the 45-yard line. Welcome back to South Carolina. Brandon Walters alongside Rochelle Colston in the booth with you. Ron Haynes and Greg Soto in our stats truck, and Cameron Irvine producing from SFL headquarters. And I mean, talk about coming back out here with exactly the same energy they had in the first half, right? You know, Atlanta gets the ball back to start off the half, and they are immediately right back into that fantastic field position.
Yeah, like I said, they're definitely winning that battle.
At this point, it feels like you can't stop them from having good field position. I mean, even if you kick it all the way down with the kickoff there, somehow they're still ending up at around midfield. 1st and 10 here. They'll hand off. Hollywood trying to find room on the right side, breaking a tackle, brought down after a couple there by Brandon Ewing. But I mean, really, this rushing attack has not been headliner, but it has certainly been a good supporting role here for Atlanta.
Definitely, I mean, it keeps the defense honest. I mean, they have to cover Hollywood. They have to cover the receivers. They're mixing it up really, really well tonight.
And I mean, so far we've seen that's opened up plenty of opportunities for Bryant Dynasty as Kimbrell will take the handoff on the right side there. Ewing and Ballard combine for the tackle on that one after a gain of about 3. 3rd and 4 now for Atlanta. And it feels like at this point, we almost kind of know what's coming here. Dynasty probably going to pass it again and almost certainly going to look towards that outside boundary. Fullback set here, spread, 3 wide receivers out. Dynasty rolling out of the pocket, finds his target over the middle of the field this time. Nice catch for Ryan Roosevelt. Will pick up that 1st down just barely for this offense and keep the chains moving.
Good job by the receiver, knowing what the 1st down marker was, running his route to make sure he got the 1st down, and good throw by Dynasty.
A big addition to the offense here. You know, Ryan Roosevelt coming over from the Indianapolis Ramblers in free agency, an 8-season veteran here in the league and a 3-time All-Star, joining what is a fantastically stacked, I must say, wide receiver core here in Atlanta as Hollywood pushing on the right side there, took the pitch for 7. Blotner had to bring him down at the end here, but I mean, let me just read the names here to you, Ray. We got Fox Highwind, Siege Falco, Boo Chisholm, and Ryan Roosevelt as the 4 wide receivers in this offense. That combined between the 4 of them, they have 13 All-Star selections.
Wow.
Insane. An insane room for Bryant Dynasty to get to throw to here as Hubba Kimbrell will pick up a short 1st down there. Met again by number 26. Brandon Ewing has been very active over these last few plays in the middle of the run defense here for Charleston.
And Atlanta's doing a good job of keeping Charleston's offense, Charleston's defense on the field and their offense off the field.
That is Highwind in motion to the right side here. It feels like a light box here for Charleston, though. They've only really got 1 line. Dynasty rolling out of the pocket all kinds of time. He'll tuck and run, an easy 1st down and more as he picks up a nice, cool 20 yards on the scramble there. John Stamango eventually makes the tackle, but I mean, Bryant Dynasty had all the room in the world.
Hey, you don't see him do that very often, but with all that field in front of him, you had no choice.
I mean,
slide, though. He needs to learn how to slide.
But when you see an advantage like that, you got to take advantage, right? Come on. You can't ask a man to slide when he's got that much green grass in front of him.
Hate seeing quarterbacks take hits.
And you know, that's fair. As a defensive player myself, I love seeing quarterbacks take hits, so that might just be me. Dynasty here, 1st and 10 in the red zone now after the big rush there. Oh, man, what a target. He finds Erlett at about the 2 or 3 yard line there. Big-bodied tight end beating Brandon Ewing there on the 1-on-1.
Yeah, whenever you see that big body in the middle of the field, it's very hard to defend. Beautiful play.
I mean, when you ask a cornerback to match up 1-on-1 with a tight end, I feel like it's almost certainly always a mismatch for a defense. And really, kudos to Atlanta for taking advantage of the mismatch so far. Hubba Kimbrell could get his 3rd touchdown here. Oh, man, he was open in the back of the end zone. Siege Falco's got to be disappointed there that Dynasty couldn't get that one on target.
Wow, that had been the perfect play. I was expecting him to run there, and they go to the air.
I think the entire stadium was expecting a run there, Ray. I mean, I'm on the Hubba Kimbrell hat trick alert right now, so I'm keeping an eye out for him. But I mean, a good play call by Atlanta certainly just didn't work out in the moment there. As that one, Hollywood gets it. his first touchdown of the game, and this one is really starting to break wide open now. Atlanta going to take a 27-0 lead here on the Charleston Predators at home, and you can see it in their faces on the bench there, Ray. They are just absolutely exhausted and dejected with this one.
Well, their defense has to be exhausted at this point. I mean, they've been on the field forever.
It's certainly not been easy for them. It feels like every couple of minutes here they've been called out to service there on the field, and especially considering the offense has struggled to really get any kind of first down momentum whatsoever going on here. It's been a struggle certainly for the Predators offense. They're going to have to figure out some kind of way to move the ball down the field in a consistent manner here, because otherwise, you know, at this point we're getting close to the point where Atlanta could potentially cover the entire spread themselves.
Yeah. And you don't want that goose egg on the board. You want to score something.
Absolutely not. I mean, the goose egg is certainly a cursed thing to see on your scoreboard, especially at home. And we've seen it already once in the Eastern Division. Carolina get goose egged by Denver back in Week 1. And so you certainly don't want to see that kind of curse sticking around in the division. As Kopeck will hand off up the middle of the field there. And oh no, he fumbles the football. I think it was picked up by Charleston, thankfully. That's Baron Ibarra, the offensive lineman, falling on that one. But a big fumble there from Ian Francis. You can't put the ball on the turf here and turn the ball over at this point in the game, right? You got to have some kind of offensive success.
That would have been a disaster for sure.
Scary play there for Charleston. Thankfully, it doesn't end up impacting them too much, as that one was trying to find on Sandcastle, but he's double covered there. That'll be Grant Hardaway who gets the credit on the pass defense there. But I mean, man, felt like they knew right where Kopeck wanted to go with that one. Second and 10, 3 receivers right side for Kopeck. He'll motion one to the left side. That is Doug Britton, 10-season veteran, 5-time All-Star, probably the best wide receiver if you had to name one on this offense. And he picks up a first down there, dragging swarm defenders across the line to gain there.
And their first downs have been very hard to come by for Charleston tonight.
I think, yeah, you could say that, potentially. Fairly hard to come by might be an accurate summary there. But a nice job nonetheless there. Charleston getting moving again here, it feels like, now past their own 40-yard line, getting close to that midfield marker. Can they keep that momentum moving is the big question here, I think, at this point. Split max set as they'll hand off up the middle there. Francis does hold on to it that time. Took a big hit, but not after getting 5 yards on the carry there. Set up a 2nd and 5 now for the Predators.
So far, so good.
6 carries, 21 yards for Ian Francis there. And really, you know, Hoagland has probably honestly been a little bit worse in terms of his statistics so far in this one. Yeah, -1 rushing yards on 5 attempts for Hoagland. These guys have been stuck in mud, as Brad Taylor Wright will only pick up 1 there before Jeff Spicoli makes the tackle.
And 3rd and 4. They need to go to the air here. That means. Ooh.
3rd and 4. A run look set here, but it seems like they're going to go to the air. They will. Kopeck rolling out of the pocket. Will tuck it and run. Easy first down there. He slides. I think he might have heard you in the booth, Ray, criticizing Bryant Dynasty's refusal to slide earlier on.
And great composure by Kopeck, seeing what was in front of him, not finding the receiver, putting the ball in his own hands and getting the first down.
Kopeck's game on the whole has been a bit of a struggle so far in this one. 4 completions on 10 attempts, 50 yards to the air, 1 interception to his name. That was the leaping pick made by Chris Henry in the first half here. He'll drop back, pressure, trying to escape the pocket there, but got stuck on one of his offensive linemen. And Wolf Highland will get a sack. That's a nice job there from the defensive end to lock up on Kopeck and make sure he can't put those scrambling wheels to good use.
2nd and 11. We have to go to the air here again.
Minnesota showing a little bit of pressure, or Atlanta, excuse me, showing a bit of pressure on the left side, going right side. Kopeck was stymied again there. It really feels like this Atlanta secondary has been all over each of the targets that they've been trying to hit. Chris Henry credited with the pass breakup on that one, and now Kopech will certainly have to go to the air here for the 3rd and 11. 3 receivers right side. He'll move Britton in motion again to that left side. We've seen this before on the drive from Kopech and the Predators. We'll have to see if it can work out for him this time. 4-man rush. Pressure brought off the backside. Kopech felt it, and a flag thrown there on Nick Twice, I think, was interfered with down on that left sideline. And it will be a defensive pass interference there on number 42 for Atlanta. That's Jay Miraculous, the corner. Was busy bracketing Nick Twice there. Really tight coverage, and just turned his back on the ball and was not aware of when it was coming in.
Yeah, made the hit just a little bit too soon.
A little bit of a painful penalty there for Atlanta. I mean, I'm sure at this point the defense would love to keep this shutout going here for the sake of morale at this point here. Really just clamped down on Charleston throughout this entire game here as they finally get into somewhat of a scoring position for the first time in this one. Solomon moves in motion to the right side of the line. Kopech on the short drop has time. That one's deflected. Another leaping deflection, and this time it's Aquinas Shine. We've seen these linebackers and safeties getting airborne so far in this one, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's got a pretty extensive, experienced defense. Quintus Shine, you know, he's one of the better ones.
You could probably say that, a Hall of Famer. Definitely one of the better ones, at least. 2nd and 10 here from the 30-yard line. Kopech facing the 4-man pressure will dump off to his running back, Brad Taylor Wright, actually, the fullback. Gets 8 yards there. Really, it didn't look like Atlanta was expecting that one at all.
Yeah, great offensive play calling there. There was like nobody in front of him. Good chunk of yardage too, 8 yards.
3rd and 2 for Kopech here. They'll set up in the split joker set here. Definitely, it looks like a run, and it will be up the middle. Oh, man, Hoagland pushing for it, but he got caught up on the offensive line again there, and Jeff Spicoli will be the one to profit. This time brings him down just short of the first down marker, but Coach Clear throwing that red challenge flag. That means we will go ahead and get a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console to play the SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com here. I'm not actually sure. It didn't seem that close on the first viewing, but Spicoli might have actually pushed him across the line there, potentially.
No.
I mean, as a reminder to our viewers at home, the yellow line is not an official. I think this one's going to be pretty close. And the officials will overturn it, so a good challenge there. From Jacob Clear, the head coach here
first down
for the Predators. It might not be a first down. It's not. 4th and inches. Oh.
Yeah, if you're Charleston, you have to go for it here.
You know, they'll bring Cameron Duty out. 38-yard field goal attempt here. I mean, we could see a fake potentially, but this might just be a chance to get the goose egg off of the scoreboard here. Duty lines it up and knocks it through the uprights. It will indeed wipe off that 0-12 play, 57-yard drive. The first successful drive we've seen from Charleston this entire game, Rochelle.
Yes, and it kind of fizzled out when they got into this, got near the red zone.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it didn't end the way that they were hoping it might have, but at the very least, they've got themselves some points on the board, which I think at this point is probably going to be what you're looking to hope for at this point. I think Charleston might have to kind of just bank this one away and start working on the film study for their next one here, as Boo Chisholm will take that one out to the 37-yard line. How many likes do we have on this video so far? Whatever that number is, it's not enough. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. We appreciate each and every single one of you who's watching here tonight and who's liking the video, putting your notifications on, subscribing, all of that jazz, as Hollywood will take the carry up the middle for 5. Really just feels like the middle of the field has been free yardage for this offense.
I mean, Hollywood's averaging 3.4 yards per carry, and Kimball's averaging 2.7. So I'd keep feeding the backs.
Hollywood still short of 50 yards, though. 14 carries, 47 yards, and the touchdown in this one so far. 2nd and 5 for the offense here. Chisholm was on the line, and they'll move him in motion to the left side. An interesting design here from this Swarm coaching staff. Dynasty will hand off up the middle. Kimbrell with some nice room. Went airborne there. They'll give him the first down. That's a friendly spot there for Hubba.
Up. Here comes the challenge.
And again, Coach Clear is not happy with the spot of that one, so we'll get another retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. And I have to agree with Coach Clear on this one as well. I think he was almost definitely going to be short of the first down here. He got sent in the air there by Leo Morris, the corner, which, I mean, that's an impressive hit either way, Ray. I mean, a corner doing that to a guy who's built like Hubba Kimbrell. Definitely looked short, though. And that call is also overturned there. So Charleston still hanging on to their timeouts. But, I mean, to be honest with you, considering how close they are here, feels like it might be a little bit for naught anyways. 3rd and 1. And almost certainly we're going to see Atlanta run the ball again here.
Yeah, look for Hollywood up the middle.
Well, the crowd's still behind the team here at Robert Smalls Memorial Stadium in Charleston. Defense chance going here as Hollywood got stuck up on the line there, but did still manage to just plow forward and pick up that first down. The tenacity of a bull in a china shop there as he ran right through Jamal Ballard.
Yep, and as a running back, you know, if you're getting the first downs on third and short, you're doing your job. I don't care how many yards you have in the game. As long as you're doing your job.
Exactly. Hollywood hits the 50-yard mark in this one on his 15th carry as Why Not Airlight goes in motion to that left side. They'll hand off to the fullback this time. That's his Anzo. His first involvement picks up 2 yards as we've got a game update for you from SFL headquarters. Cam.
Thank you, Brandon. If you think your score is lopsided, the Battle of Undefeateds has not lived up to the hype. Bossier City crushing Queen City tonight. Johnny Pickler to Jeff Banfield made it 35-0 at the half. Back to you in Charleston.
So say thank you, Cam. 2 blowouts in the block, unfortunately, here as Blotner makes the tackle on Hollywood. And really, it just seems like these two teams that have come in and are currently losing right now, Charleston and Queen City respectively, just feels like they've been kind of outmatched almost, Ray, especially, you know, going back to our game here in Charleston. It feels like for the most part, this Charleston team just hasn't really had the answers to what Atlanta's wanted to do in this one.
And definitely not on defense for sure.
Defense has been a struggle for sure. 3rd and 6 here. Dynasty throwing deep down the middle of the field. Oh, it was in the hands of Ryan Roosevelt, but it's broken up well way down the field by Sam Blotner. And that will make a 4th down here for Atlanta. They're going to have to punt the ball away. So this Charleston defense showing a little bit of backbone.
Yep, because if Sam Blotner would have been there, that would have been an easy touchdown.
It would have been an impressive catch from Roosevelt at the very least. As the punt crew will come out here for Atlanta. Ken Miller looking to pin this Predators offense deep in their own territory. Punt is away for the final play of the 3rd quarter. Received at about the 6-yard line there. Not waved off by Doug Britton. And man, he's up the sideline there. The punt coverage team gave him all kinds of room, and he gets up to the 38-yard line. An impressive job there by Doug Britton.
And it helps with their starting field position for sure, because up until now it hasn't been that great.
Well, we'll have to see if they can replicate their first drive here, or their last drive. But at the end of 3, Atlanta holding a commanding lead 27 over the Charleston Predators as we will break for identification. Welcome back to Charleston. Brandon Walters alongside Rochelle Colston here with you in the booth. In our stats truck, Ron Haynes and Greg Soto providing great work as always. And up at SFL headquarters, Commissioner Cameron Irvine continues to do a stellar job of production for us here, as this one has gotten out of control early on and not really ever gotten back in control for Charleston. But that one's caught. Doug Britton from Kopech on the left sideline there with a lot of room. And man, Doug Britton all of a sudden back-to-back plays taking over in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Doug Britton just found himself all by himself.
One-on-one with Jay Miraculous there on the left side. And man, I have to say, Britain made Miraculous look like a bit of a fool there with just a little double move.
You got the defense a little bit off guard there.
First and 10 now. 5 wide receivers here for Kopak. No backs. 4-man pressure from Atlanta. That one broken up. Xavier Solomon was intending to get the catch there, but Aquinas Shine says no thank you to that one. 2nd and 10 for the Predators.
And that time that was just throwing some very heavy traffic. There's like lots of people sitting in the middle of the field.
Atlanta's done a good job contesting the middle of the field so far in this one. We saw that interception from Chris Henry, which was smack dab in the middle of the field. 2nd and 10 here, Kopak with plenty of time in the pocket. That one's tipped at the line there. Unfortunate there for Edmund Kopak because he had plenty of time, but number 97 for this defense, that's Jonathan Sullivan for the Swarm with a nice tip.
In 3rd and 10, you have to go to the air once again. I think you are in field goal range for duty, though.
I believe he hit from about this range earlier on in this one, so it shouldn't be too much of a worry here if you're Charleston, but certainly you'd want a touchdown as Kopak on 3rd down has plenty of time and plenty of room. Touchdown down the middle of the field. Michael Knight, number 81, gets Kopak's first of this game. Touchdown Charleston. They put some points up on the board here, make those home fans feel just a little bit better about themselves.
Let me see the blimp in the stadium flashing touchdown. Compliments of Dag's Drone Works.
Compliments of Dag's Drone Works indeed there. And I mean, it's had a lot of activity for Atlanta, but not so much in terms of Charleston. So it'll be good for the home fans to see the blimp blaring out touchdown for their team here as Cameron Duty will tack on the extra point. It's 27-10 now. Atlanta still with a commanding 3-possession lead, but you know, Charleston just a little bit of light still left at the end of the tunnel here if you're a Predators fan.
And we have officially reached the over.
The over has been broken, ladies and gentlemen. So good job by Charleston pitching in their effort there to get the over. If you pick the over, you're a happy person indeed. Boo Chisholm breaking a tackle, and he's gone down the right side. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. No one's going to stop him. Touchdown, Swarm. Well, man, Charleston hit back, and then Atlanta hits back with the force of a Mack truck.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody stop that man.
Oh, man. What a return there. Oh, put the little deke move on there. 22 looking foolish. Shaking off the tackle of Duty there, who was trying to get the coverage. And Miranda Dumas trying to chase down Boot Chisholm, but not able to stop the wide receiver from getting all the way down the field there on special teams. And, oh, man, that's got to be an absolute backbreaker. If you're Charleston, you just got a touchdown, and you immediately give up a huge play on the special teams.
And Boot Chisholm looked like a running back moving down the field that time.
Oh, man. Well, following that return from Chisholm there, the score back up to 34-10 now in favor of the Swarm here. Back to a 24-point lead, and really just got to be a big morale breaker here if you're Charleston. You felt like you had just a little bit of that momentum, and then snatched away in an instant by Boot Chisholm. As this one will be returned by Britain, trying to replicate a little bit of that magic, but he get out to the 32-yard line for Charleston. You're watching the Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network, the official network of the SFL-M, SFL, UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives. And I mean, Ray, I have to say, we've seen some really good football virtually here tonight so far in this one. You know, I think probably a little bit weighted in favor of Atlanta, but really both these teams have had their moments. First and 10 here. Kopak looking to respond and carry on that momentum. The rolling throw there to the left side finds Doug Spelling, and Kopak is looking a little bit more comfortable as this game has gone on, Ray.
Definitely looking a little more comfortable here in the second half. He's starting to air it out a little bit. Lots of incomplete passes, though.
I was going to say, Cam from the production truck is trying to spite me here by bringing up Kopech's last 10 attempts, but he's got the touchdown. 5 of 10, 93 yards and a touchdown in his last 10. That's pretty good from Kopech considering how the game has gone thus far for him, as that one broken up well by Zach Lay on that right side. Was trying to find Xavier Solomon.
He should have had that one. The receivers weren't helping him at all tonight.
And Kopech not getting too much help from either his line or his receivers in this one, or really his running game. Unfortunately for the young quarterback there, as he finds Spelling, that one looked dangerous. Chris Henry was charging at that one with a head full of steam. I thought he might have had a second interception on that one, but just mistimed it a little bit.
You call yourself lucky there.
Call yourself lucky and go back to the huddle. 3rd and 3 now for Charleston. They're not going to run the ball. 4-man pressure for Atlanta. Kopech getting out of the pocket early there, looking down the field. He finds someone down. That's Spelling again. Ooh, man. First it was Doug Britton. Now it's Doug Spelling. Attack of the Dougs here in Charleston. And Kopech looking a little bit more willing to really sling the ball down the field here and trying to keep his team somewhat in this thing.
Yeah, Kopech says, I'm going to just throw it. There's a Doug down there somewhere to catch it.
Do you think that might be the offensive philosophy for Charleston? Like Jacob Clear's got his play sheet and it just says throw it to a Doug.
Maybe.
Kopech, well, Kopech looking down the field. That wasn't a Doug. That was a Jay Miraculous on the end of that one. Bounced off his face mask, it looked like. I don't think he was ready for that one at all. It was looking for Doug Britton, though. So maybe that really is the offensive game plan here if you're the Charleston Predators.
Maybe use your head there, Miraculous.
I see what you did there, Ray. I see what you did. 2nd and 10 here for Charleston. Pressure brought by Atlanta, but won't get home in time. Oh, man. Solomon had his hands on it, but Zach Lay, the corner, is doing a great job shutting down this big tight end.
And he's all over that tight end.
Tough to see
Literally.
tough to see from Xavier Solomon, a 6'4", 245 tight end, really getting bullied around the field at the moment by Zach Lay, who is 6'4" and 220 himself, so a big corner for sure, but certainly...
That is a big corner.
You would hope that...
Like a safety.
I was going to say, almost seems like a safety or a really, really fast linebacker. Oh, that one's tipped. Great job by Anthony Wyo, the veteran corner here in the defense. Gets that one, gets a hand to it at least, and is able to break up the pass there. 4th and 10. And I think Charleston's probably going to settle here for another field goal, courtesy of Cameron Duty. Certainly looks that way. A 35-yard kicking attempt here for Duty and the Predators to make it 13 points on the game for them, which they will. 34-14 now. Still definitely in favor of Atlanta, but Charleston at least making the final score a bit more respectable here in the final frame.
I'm glad to see that the goose egg off the board. Makes me feel a lot better.
gets rid of a little bit of that secondhand embarrassment sometimes. Week 3 of SFL Season 24 rolls on tomorrow with a pair of matinee games headlined by the surprising unbeaten Washington Trident and Denver Nightwings matching up, kicking off at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The nightcap.
No.
Oh, man. Oh, well, this one's going to get brought back for a clipping call there. That's what you get for interrupting my read, Atlanta. Going to get brought back indeed there. Clipping call for Atlanta, so they'll be stuck deep in their own end there at the 22-yard line. The nightcap begins at 7:45 p.m. Eastern with unbeaten Albuquerque at unbeaten DC, all right here on the Virtual Football Network. That is a terrible penalty by Lyle there. You cannot make that kind of a block in the back.
Not only did he block him, he pushed him down. He pancaked him.
And not only that, they weren't even anywhere near the actual play at the point. That's feels like maybe potentially some kind of personal vendetta there being settled between these division rivals or something going on there. And certainly no love's going to be lost here between Atlanta and Charleston. This has been a tough game from both teams, really fighting in this one as Hollywood picks up 2 on the toss before Ryan meets him on that left side. And I mean, Ray, we mentioned at the beginning of the game, they traded the wins in the series here. Charleston won last season, and it looks like, barring a run that we have not seen in a long, long time, that Atlanta is going to get the win here as Hollywood goes up the middle for another few before he is brought down.
Yep, the trend will keep going.
I'm gonna say, sorry to steal your thunder there. I mean, you did the research place to dig up that little factoid, so I appreciate it very much. And it does seem like the trend is going to continue here. 3rd and 4 now for Atlanta. We'll see if they can pick up the first down. Dynasty not been asked to throw the ball in quite a while here. He will this time. Rolling to that left side, dumps it off quick. Kimbrell with an easy first down, and they will keep possession of the ball here, keep the clock moving potentially. And as you can see, the Charleston fans looking dejected here. You're probably going to start to see most of them heading towards the exits and trying to beat the traffic here, because this one, almost certainly, with the way that Atlanta's been able to run the ball so far in this one, almost certainly looking to be pretty much out of reach here for Charleston.
And when they keep moving the chains, they can put together a long drive here, mostly get the whole entire clock.
Oh,
Wow.
Hollywood, all kinds of room up the middle there. Shook off a tackle from Ballard and picked up a generous first down spot, I would say there. But either way, a good run from this offense here. And it feels like as the game's gone on, you know, it feels like it's actually opened up more and more. This defense is getting more and more tired. And that opens up the holes for Hollywood and Kimbrell to really bust through and be able to put that speed to use here as they'll hand off to Hanzo. Oh my God, Sam Blotner just got murdered. Whew. That was brutal. Hattori Hanzo, I think he's a little frustrated maybe that he's only gotten a couple carries in this one, so he took it out on a member of that secondary.
If you thought Kimbrell was a big guy.
Yeah, right. If you thought Kimbrell was a big guy, take a look at Hattori Hanzo. I mean, to be fair, Kimbrell's actually taller and weighs more than Hattori, so that's really just sheer power and anger, I think, there from the fullback here for Atlanta. 2nd and 1 to go, and Hollywood picks it up easily, shaking off another tackle there. Feels like really now this is Hollywood's world, and we're all just living in it because he is running over this defense.
If I was Atlanta, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I have 3 backs. I keep using them all.
20 carries now for Hollywood, 75 yards and a touchdown in this one. Kimbrell's got 11 carries himself. There's his 12th for about 33 or so yards. 2 touchdowns for Hubba, so it's definitely been a productive day for both of the backs in the backfield here. And Hattori Hanzo has chipped in with 11 yards and only 2 carries, so he's actually got the best average in the backfield so far tonight with a 5.5. Second and 9 now. Joker's split set here for Dynasty. We're probably going to see a run here. Charleston certainly looking like they're anticipating it. And Hollywood was pushing forward there. Was met immediately on the line by number 94. That would be Forrest Dalton, the defensive end. But really didn't feel like, you know, even then, still pushing his way over that defensive lineman.
3rd and 6 with Dynasty actually go to the air here.
Well, it's a heavy set here. Another split Jokers look from this offense. But I think we've seen Dynasty throw out of this a few times in this one. And if they want the first down, they're going to have to throw it again here. But either way, really, the grains of sand slipping through the hourglass here. Kimbrell met by Stamango, who let out a bit of his pent-up anger with that hit there. Buried him after the gain of only 1. And it'll be 4th down here for this Atlanta Swarm team. Ken Miller and the punt unit will come out and try and pin this Charleston offense back as deep as possible. But not really before, you know, I think really either way, Atlanta's done their job. You know, there's going to be about 3 minutes left on the clock here in this one, and that's almost definitely, you know, no time at all for Charleston to try and get down the field quick enough to make this any kind of a potential comeback threat.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're holding on to that ball to the last second to punt it, too.
Fair catch, waved and caught at the 18-yard line by Doug Britton. 3:03 left to go in this one. Charleston and Kopech, who's looked better in the 4th quarter, certainly, although you might call it garbage time, trying to lead the team down the field here again and potentially tack on another touchdown to the score and make it look a little bit more respectable in the final column come the end of the week here. But really, it feels like for the most part, Atlanta has had full control of this passing attack, and this defense in general really has been masterful, as Knight will pick up 9.5 there. Kopech, 11 completions, 178 yards, so he's been efficient when he's been getting it, and Doug Britton with a nice catch to get them to midfield. This offense moving quickly, Rochelle.
Yep, hurry up offense for sure.
Not wasting any time at all. Kopeck over the middle of the field that time, and Landon was ready for it. I don't even think I could count the amount of white and blue and green jerseys that were in the area there. Grant Hardaway will get the pass breakup credit there, but really could have gone to anyone in that secondary, it feels like.
Yeah, Dynasty just looked out there.
2nd and 10,
Kopeck.
It's time to reset the formation here. 4-man pressure.
Nice.
Plenty of time. Solomon gets the catch there. Oh, ducks the man on the right sideline again. That was a nice move there. And Moose Papineau escorts him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Nice play from Solomon. You know, he's been struggling, it feels like, with a case of butter hands here in the third and fourth quarter, but a nice 26-yard catch there.
He stayed in bounds. Look at that big man move.
Big man ballerina there on the sideline there, tiptoeing his way for the big gain. And I mean, you know, this offense, if you call it garbage time, call it whatever you will, but you know, when Kopeck's got time and the defense sags off a little bit, it feels like he's got quite a good arm. Spelling in motion to the left side, breaks up the bunch. It'll be 2-by-2 with one back in the backfield. Kopeck, plenty of time over the middle of the field, trying to find Spelling. That one was broken up well. And Zach Lay was like kind of standing there as the ball bounced off the turf right in front of him. Like, no, I wanted the interception there. Second and 10 now for Kopeck. Formation gets reset here. That one was behind Nick twice. I thought he had a good shot at it looked like the inside leverage on the slant there came off perfectly, but Kopeck, I think he just missed it.
He kind of rushed that throw. He had plenty of time.
Feels like a little bit of rookie nerves. You know, you got to remind these guys sometimes that they can have time to take a breath, set their feet, and make sure they really get the power in their platform behind those throws here. 3rd down and 10 now for Kopeck. He'll have to make it count on the 26-yard line. Atlanta will send the pressure on the backside. It's felt, and it's dealt with there. Nick twice with a nice catch on the left side. 1st and goal. Kopeck still in the hurry up here. We'll have to see if Atlanta will bring pressure again. They don't. Sagging off into the 4-man coverage there. Spelling was trying to break the tackle. Short of the end zone, just barely. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Can they get the snap off before the 2-minute warning? They do. Kopeck looking right side there on the drag. Oh, Britton breaking a tackle, and he's not going to be marked in. 1st and goal. And I'm sure that it was, oh man, it was close either way. 2-minute
in the end zone.
All kinds of things going on around here. 2-minute warning from Charleston. We'll be right back with you in just a second.
Oh, wow. He caught it on the goal line.
Welcome back to Charleston. Brandon Walters, Michelle Colson here in the booth with you. Charleston at the 1-inch yard line here. Got to try and punch it in. Kopeck will throw. Right side tipped on the line there. Not sure who got the pass break up there, but Xavier Solomon was the target in the back right corner of the end zone. And that one was broken up. It still says 1st and goal. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I mean, who am I to argue with the on-field officials here? Kopeck gets another shot here. I would hope to see a run at some point, even if it does eat up some clock. Kopeck to the back of the end zone, finds Doug Britton, touchdown, Charleston. And they'll make it a good score line here, 34-20 almost certainly. Britton with the nice little in route.
You know, I hate to see a quarterback throw from the goal line. There's all kinds of traffic in the end zone only, but it worked out for him this time.
Worked out indeed, and I mean, really, don't feel like either team's going to be too upset with that. If you're Charleston, you get some more points on the board, and if you're Atlanta, you almost certainly will be getting the ball back here with a chance to end the game with a 1st down or 2. An 11-play, 82-yard drive there for Charleston. They moved the ball efficiently with the no hurry or the no huddle offense.
It's probably their best drive of the evening.
Probably. They set up for the onside kick here. Duty trying to make it happen, but unable to get the right bounce there. That's Chapman, who will come up with the ball and be the hero here for Atlanta on special teams. And 1 1st down will pretty much ice this game, Rochelle.
Yeah, we'll see the timeout train start.
Judging by how well this offense has run the ball in the 4th quarter here, it feels almost like a formality that they'll probably pick up the 1st down here and protect this 14-point lead. And off up the middle. I think that was Hollywood was struggling to get any kind of yardage there and doesn't really get much. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, but not anything else. First timeout called by the Predators. Joker's set here. Charleston hanging on for dear life. As Hollywood up the middle, spin move will get him a couple there. Tackled well by Khalil Thomas. We haven't gotten to call his name much so far in this one, Rochelle.
Definitely not. But I mean, Atlanta's defense has been playing very well tonight.
Third down here for Atlanta. They might actually throw the ball here, depending. Dynasty only got the one back in the backfield. Arlette in motion to the left side. Two tight ends in the formation here. They will run the ball. Hollywood was trying to find room, but really didn't get anything there. Stamago makes the tackle, and they'll get the final timeout out of the way here for Charleston. And Ken Miller will have to punt the ball back here for Atlanta. It remains to be seen, however, how far Charleston will be able to push the ball down the field. They've got about 1:40 and no timeouts left to work with here in this one. Catch called for by Britton at the 14-yard line. 1:30 to go here. Charleston, no timeouts left, down 14 points in this one, and really needing the miracle of all miracles, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, they got a long way to go down the field also, with no timeouts.
They did it in 1:10 seconds on their previous drive here. So it is possible. Kopech will start this one off here, going deep down the field, looking for twice. That one was broken up by one of the safeties. Not sure who will get credit for that one, but 2nd and 10 for Kopech in the offense.
It's like number 24.
I believe that would be Grant Hardaway, the free safety then, who's going to chalk up one for his stat sheet at the end of this one. And a lot of the defenders on this Atlanta team are going to get quite a lot of good accolades indeed from this one, as Kopech will look down the middle of the field. Britton found by this offense. The no huddle will come out here again, as we've seen Britton getting very close to 100 yards in this one. 6 catches, 97 yards currently for him at the moment. There's the 100 as he makes the catch over the middle again there. The exact same route twice in a row for Kopech. They might have found something in this defense that they can try and exploit, as that one goes to Spelling. The exact same spot there, 3 in a row. Oh man, it's like when you're watching a game of bowling and they're just getting the strikes over and over and over. It feels
It's a Doug show.
No, it's the Doug show. Continuing here, spiked by Kopech. 49 seconds left. 300 total yards in the second half for Charleston. Talk about a case of the old Blake Bortles special, getting the garbage time yards racked up here. If you're Charleston, Atlanta seemingly taking the half almost off, you might be able to say there. As we get to look at the first half splits, yeah, I think you can see why, because they built out such a lead at that point that they really didn't need to bother too much, right?
Well, Atlanta came out more conservative. I mean, with the huge lead they had, why chance anything? Keep Dynasty clean.
You say that. They blitzed there twice, breaking a tackle over the middle. Brought down by Chris Henry there. That was an aggressive play call if you're Atlanta. Doesn't really work out for them.
They were more conservative on offense.
On offense. Okay.
Half, yes. Not the defense.
Yeah, fair enough. Kopech gets the spike there. 2nd down now. 35 seconds left to go for Charleston. They're getting close to the end zone here. Within the red zone again here for Kopech. If he can find a nice pass here, there might just be a sliver of hope for the Predators offense, but you probably need it here. If not on this play, then within the next 2 or 3 plays probably. Hoagland in motion. They're making no secret about what they want to do. They want to get down the field as quickly as possible. No running back will do that for them. How does that bounce off of your hand, Xavier Solomon?
But he had too much popcorn at halftime.
I don't know what it is, but that is just a cap on a disappointing evening for Xavier Solomon. We've seen him drop a few balls in this one. He's had some good catches as well. Don't get me wrong. He's been pretty efficient so far tonight. 10 targets, 54 yards on 4 catches, but definitely a few drops in there that make you scratch your head. Hardaway with a pick. This one might go back. No, Britton and one of the offensive linemen will combine with the touchdown saving tackle there. But that will ice the game here for Atlanta. Kopech's second interception of the night. Grant Hardaway will get one.
That's heartbreaking for Charleston.
Well, I mean, I guess there was a sliver of hope, I think, at the end there, where if you get the touchdown and then you get the onside kick, you got like 20 seconds, but that one is stuffed immediately by Atlanta. No hope left for the Predators. They will leave Robert Smiles Memorial Stadium as an 0-3 team here, which is not something we were expecting from a playoff team last season, whereas Atlanta, another playoff team, will improve to 1-2 here. And, you know, really a case of this could be a pivotal game for both of these teams, Ray.
Yeah, I agree, Charleston. I mean, lots of positives in the second half. Kopech looked so much better. Dynasty wasn't really asked to do all that much tonight. I mean, 12 completions, 20 attempts, 157 yards. The running backs did a good job of, you know, making the offense very, very balanced. And their defense played lights out, so.
Coaches shake hands at center field here. 34-20 is your final score. The visiting down the Predator. Both of these teams going on to hard games next week. For Atlanta, they get to go face the Vancouver Legion, whereas the Charleston Predators begin a run of 3 straight divisional games. Their next game is up against Florida, which is certainly probably not something they're looking forward to, considering their record up to this point. Rochelle, I'd like to get a quick player of the game from you if I can.
That's an interesting question. I'm going to go with Blue Chisholm.
Blue Chisholm had a very good game there. 3 targets, 3 catches, 49 yards. I'm going to go with... that actually is my question. I'm going to go with Chris Henry. 8 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 interception. A very good game on Atlanta's from both sides here. For my partner, Rochelle Colston in the booth, for Greg Soto and Ron Haynes in the stats truck, I'm Brandon Walters. Wishing you all a very good evening.
Good night.